Hello guys, welcome to Ramta Solutions. Welcome to your grade 12 trigonometry. Today in our past paper series, we are looking at a paper that was written in November 2023. So remember guys, if you are using a mobile device, please rotate your screen so you have better viewing. And of course, when you are in your examinations, it's important that you read the instructions. For the purpose of this video, we are going to read maybe a few of them. All of them are important, but I want to remind you, instruction number 3, clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, and so on, which you have used in determining your answers. Instruction number 4, answers will not necessarily, I believe here they wanted to, answers only will not necessarily be awarded full marks. So this supports instruction number 3. Okay, not all questions require answers only. Sometimes you will need to show. Okay, and then instruction number 6, if necessary, round off answers corrected 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. Now remember with this, it's important that in the middle of your calculations, you don't round off your answers. You only round off your final answers. Okay. All right. Now proceeding, trigonometry is normally question 5. So let's check. Yes, it is question 5. I see. Let me try to zoom it. Okay, let me try to zoom it a bit. Maybe make it 70. How will it be? Yeah, 70 is better. Is it better? Nah. I'll have to go back to 67, whatever. Okay, let me fit to page, fit height, and then fit width. Perfect. All right. So now let's go. Question 5. So question 5, it says, given sine B is equal to, in fact, it's sine beta. Sine beta is equal to 1/3, where beta is an element of 90 degrees to 270 degrees excluded, right? So, as you can see, sine beta is positive. So, for this one in particular, maybe let me proceed to see what the first question will say. Without using a calculator, determine each of the following. Cos beta. Okay, we will need to draw a Cartesian plane. Sine beta is positive. This means it must be in the second quadrant. Okay, it must be in the second quadrant. What do you know about sine? You know that it is opposite. This means the opposite is 1, and then the hypotenuse is 3. Right? Okay, this is what you know. Okay, so we then need to say r squared equals x squared plus y squared. This is theorem of Pythagoras. Right? This is theorem of Pythagoras. So this is Pythagoras' theorem. Okay, so our r is 3, our x is unknown, our y is 1, isn't it? Our y is 1. So what is this? This then becomes 8 equals x squared, implying that x equals plus minus square root of 8, which we can say our answer therefore, because as you can see in this quadrant here, x values are supposed to be negative, right? X values here are supposed to be negative. Now we can conclude and say this is negative square root of 8. Otherwise, they did say to you, do not use a calculator. But it will not be unfair if you do this. It will not be unfair if you do this, that this is basically equal to 2 square root of 2. You know it, right? But even if you say square root of 8, it's okay. Right? Even if you say square root of 8, it's okay. Right? But remember, this value is in the negative x quadrant, so it has to be negative x value. Okay, now we can answer the question, what is cos beta? Cos beta is x over r. What is x adjacent, which is negative 2 over root 3 all over 3. This is our answer. We done. Okay, we done. We are done. Now 5.1.2, let's see, 5.1.2, we are looking for sine 2 beta. So let's see, sine 2 beta, This is sine, double angle of sine. It is 2 sine beta cos beta. We do know what is the value of sine beta. What is the value of sine beta? We said it was 1/3. And what is the value of cos beta? We just calculated it. It is 2 root 2, negative 2 root 2 over 3. So what is our answer? It will be negative 4 root 2 all over 9. Okay, it will be negative 4 root 2 over 9. Okay, so this is our answer. Right, perfect. Now, remember guys, what we are doing here, we are trying to answer this question in an exam style. So we will try to limit our time to what's expected. For this question, if we spend 31 minutes on it, we will be good, including me talking, politics and stuff. But if we spend 31 minutes on it, we are good. Okay, perfect. 5.1.3 cos 450 degrees minus beta. Cos 450 degrees minus beta. This angle is over 1 revolution. So if you say 450 minus 360, what is it? This is basically, you can make this on the side, minus 90 is basically, minus 360, not 90, minus 360. Minus 360, it will be 90, isn't it? It will be 90. So this, you can write it as cos 90 degrees minus beta. Okay, you can represent this as cos 90 degrees minus beta. Now, using your cast diagram, it's important to remember all students take coffee. This is 90 minus. This is 90 plus, or 180 degrees minus. Okay, this is 180 degrees plus, and this is 360 degrees minus. Now, in the 90 minus, cosine is positive, but because of the 90, cosine has to change to sine. This becomes sine B. Therefore, what is our answer? It is simply 1/3. Okay, so we were able to complete this question in less than 9 minutes. This includes me yada yada. Okay, proceeding. Let's see now. 5.2, given this, so prove that this is equal to that. So 5.2.1, we'll say the left-hand side is equal to cos x to the power 4, or cos to the power 4x plus, what is this? Sine square x times cos square x all over 1 plus sine x. Now what we are seeing here, I do see that we have a common factor, which is cos square x. So we'll take it out. Common factor is cos square x. We are left with cos square x plus sine square x all over 1 plus sine x, right? Now, this part here is 1. So let's do it like this. We're not going to rush it. It is 1. Okay? And something that you need to know about this part here, cos square x. Remember, cos square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So this means cos square x is equal to 1 minus sine square x. Okay, now what do we have? We have 1 minus sine square x all over 1 plus sine x. This is a difference of 2 squares. So it will be 1 plus sine x multiplied by 1 minus sine x all over 1 plus sine x. Now when you look at this, what do you have? You have 1 minus sine x. And indeed, we have been able to prove this. This is equal to the right-hand side. Right? This is equal to the right-hand side. Now we are good to go. We are heading somewhere, right? Perfect. Now let's see. Now 5.2.2, for what value or values of x in the interval, this interval is this guy undefined. I want you to know this. Normally, I advise that you do this. You draw your graph. So this is your sine graph. Remember, this is 90, 180. Mind you, this is 0, 1, minus 1. 270, 360, right? And then you are going to look at, I'm using the sine graph because for this to be undefined, the denominator, hear me out, the denominator must be 0. Okay, for this to be undefined, the denominator must be 0. So what do we have? We have this sine x equals -1. Guys, when you say sine x equals -1, even if you don't find a reference angle, you can see that x is equal to 270 degrees. You are done. You have all your marks. Indeed, right? If x is equal to 270 degrees, this will be undefined. Let me show you. 1 plus sine 270. Let's see. 1, what is sine 270? Here is it. What is it? It is -1. Right? So this is 0. Remember, for your expression to be undefined, especially if it doesn't have tangent, the denominator must be 0. Okay? The denominator must be 0. Okay? We done. Perfect. Right? Done. I know some would want to find a reference angle, but I drew this diagram. This on its own is sufficient. Okay? This on its own is sufficient. Remember that instruction that show all graphs, diagrams, and so on that you have used in determining your answers. Right? Perfect. All right. 5.2.3. 5.2.3. We are given this guy here. Okay? We are given this guy here. They say y is equal to cos to the power 4x plus sine square x times cos square x all over 1 plus sine x. What you have done, you have simplified this, guys. If you remember, you have simplified this. At 5.2.1, you have said it is equal to 1 minus sine x. Okay, so I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this graph. So this is basically saying you have y equals minus sine x plus 1. So if you like, okay, if you like, you can say, oh, so this is a sine graph that is negative. Normally, and by the way, it is shifting 1 unit up. If it's shifting 1 unit up, normally with your sine graph, it ranges, let me show you, I think I did have one. It ranges between 1 and -1, right? But now every point has to be 1 unit up. So what does it mean? It means it'll be EN2. Maybe let me. Okay, just gonna show you 2, 1, and then 0, 1, it doesn't matter. So now 90, 180, 270, 360. I already have my answer, guys, but I just want to show you. Okay, our answer is 0. So now it is this graph but shifted 1 unit up. Every point is shifted 1 unit up. This, instead of it being at 0, it'll be at 1. This being at 1, it'll be at 2, just like that. Okay, so what is this? Here is it, here is it, here is it, here is it, and here is it. Now this is your answer. You see this? Now you can therefore say, therefore, minimum value, right? What is it? Minimum value. Look at this. Minimum value is 0. Okay. Otherwise, with the minimum value, you are supposed to look at this. What is the minimum? Again, or alternatively, let me put it in that way. Alternatively, you are supposed to say, what is the minimum value for this guy here? Right? What is the minimum value for sine x? Right? And then you do it in that manner, then you will have an idea of what you are doing. Okay? You will have an idea of what you are doing. Okay? All right, guys? So, this is how you attempt these questions. Okay? This is how you attempt these questions. Is that all right? Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys? So you have seen this. Now let's proceed. Okay, I have to go to the next page. All right. Now we need to go to 5.3. Remember, we must be done with this question in 31 minutes if we are slow. But let's see how far we can go. 5.3 use cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Remember, guys, if you are using a mobile device, please rotate your screen. Okay, please rotate your screen. So here they're saying to you, okay, here it's simple. They're saying to you, you are given cos A minus B. So you need to use cos A minus B in order for you to get sine A minus B. Okay, so let's see, what is this? Cos, let me not say cos. I'm going to begin with sine because we want to prove sine. So it'll be sine A minus B is equal to cos, hold on, it'll be cos 90 degrees minus, hold on, A minus, A minus B. Is that okay, guys? Is this okay? I believe so. So if you like, we can, they gave us an instruction of cos whatever, so we are good to go. All right? We are good to go. So let's see. We will say this is cos, let's simplify this, 90 degrees minus A plus B. So if you like, maybe let's do this in this way. Say 90 degrees plus, perhaps let me say A. Okay, perhaps let me say, okay, let me say 90 degrees plus B, close, minus A. Is that okay? Minus A. Is that okay? Even if we do it in this way, it's still going to give us the same answer. Okay, even if we do it in this way, it's still going to give us the same answer. Okay, guys, I know normally with me, I prefer to say, maybe let's do it in this way. Maybe let's do it in this way where we say, oh boy. Okay. With this one, when you look at it, I can say sometimes, maybe let's write it in this way where we say it is on the step where we can say it is, what is it? We can say it is 90 degrees minus A minus B. Okay? It is still okay. Whichever you want to work with still works. Okay? So, I don't know which one you want to go with. Is it this one or this one? Even this one works. So, let's go. So, what is this? So, this is, let's see. Or because, yeah, let's see. We have to prove this. We have to prove that it is whatever. I think it's going to work. But let's try this. Let me use this one. In fact, this one seems better. So we'll say this is cos, okay, 90 degrees minus A, close it, minus B. This is better. Even the one that I chose is okay. So now let's go now. This one, let's see. This is the one that we are given the cosine. So we'll say it's cos 90 degrees minus A multiplied by cos negative B. Okay? Cos negative B. Now, when it's cos with a minus, it must be a plus, like they said. So this will then be sine 90 degrees minus A. Okay? Then times sine negative B. Okay, so just a reminder, here, this basically represents your A according to this, and this represents your B according to this one here. Okay, and let's proceed. So, cos in the 90 minus is positive, but because of the 90, cos has to change to sine. So this becomes sine A. Now cos, negative angle of cosine is positive, so it'll become cos B as it is. Now, I do see here we have a negative sine B, so we might say, let me just write this, sine in the 90 minus, sine in the 90 minus is positive. But because of the 90, sine changes to cosine, it becomes cos B. And sine, negative angle of sine will become negative sine B. Okay, therefore we can conclude and say this is sine A cos B minus, should we say cos, yeah, minus cos A, okay, minus cos A sine B. And this is it. We were able to prove it. Right? We were able to prove it. Proceeding, 5.3.2, they say, hence or otherwise determine the general solution of the equation, this equation. Okay, so let's see now. This is interesting, guys. So you see now you have sine 48 cos x minus cos 48 sine x. It's basically the repetition you have here. So let's go. Sine 48 cos x minus cos 48 degrees sine x is equal to cos 2x. Now this looks like, what does it look like? It looks like it is, what does it look like? It looks like it is sine 48 degrees minus x, isn't it? AB. So it's 48 degrees minus x equals cos 2x. Okay. Now these are co-ratios, guys. These are co-ratios. We're going to make use of co-ratios. Okay. So I'm going to leave the left-hand side as it is. And I'm going to say this is 48 degrees minus x equals, okay, or should I, maybe, even if I don't leave it, it's still okay. All right, even if I don't leave it, it's still okay. All right, even if I don't leave it, it's still okay. All right, but I think we'll work with a lot of sign. Let me change the left-hand side. Remember, guys, it doesn't matter. You change the left-hand side or the right-hand side, it doesn't matter. So this, we want to change it to cosine. So this was, if you can look at it, cos 90 degrees minus 48 degrees minus x close is equal to cos 2x. You agree with me that cos in the 90 minus is positive. But because of 90, cos changes to sine, and we will be having this. So basically this was giving us this. Okay? Now let's go. So this then becomes cos 90 degrees, remember BODMAS, 90 degrees minus 48 degrees minus plus x is equal to cos 2x, right? So this looks like 42. So this is cos 42 degrees. This is 42 degrees, cos 42 degrees plus x is equal to cos 2x. Now here, we're looking at cosines. They are both positive, right? They have the same sign. None is negative. All of them are positive. So we should then be saying, oh, where is cosine positive? In the first quadrant. For those that are struggling with this, in the first quadrant, right? So in the first quadrant, what do we say? We say, okay, this, take it like it's your reference angle. This 2x, take it like it's your reference angle. And this is whatever angle we're working with. So we'll say this then becomes 42 degrees plus x equals, in the first quadrant, you just take the reference angle as is, plus, because it's cosine, it's 360 degrees k, where k is an element of an integer. All right, where k is an element of an integer. Now, position. Now, what do we have? Now we have, let's see. Now we have 42 degrees minus 360 degrees k is equal to x. Simple as that. We are done. Right? 42 degrees minus 360 degrees k is an is equal to x, or x is equal to 42 degrees minus 360 degrees. Normally, I know you prefer to write it like this, guys. It's okay. All right? It's okay. Yeah. So this is it. But we are not done. Where else is cosine positive? In the fourth quadrant. Let's now look at the fourth quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant, this is where we're looking at, so we had 42 degrees plus x equals, in the fourth quadrant, we say it's 360 degrees minus. So it's 360 degrees minus 2x plus 360 degrees k, where k is an element of an integer. Okay, now what do we have? 3x equals 318, I believe. All right, 318. 3x equals 318 plus 360 degrees K. Now let's divide by 3 throughout. 318 divided by 3 becomes 106. So this is 106, all right? This is 106 degrees plus 120 degrees K. 360 divided by 3 is 120 degrees, all right? So these are your general solutions. Okay, these are your general solutions. All right, we are done. 4.3.2, we are done. Now let's look at 5.4. Oh, simplify this to a single trigonometric ratio. Sine 3x plus sine x all over cos 2x plus 1. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I'm going to show you how we're going to make this 3x. 3x is the same as 2x plus x. And then x, what is x? X, we can say it is 2x minus x, isn't it? Look at this. Beauty, huh? Do you guys see that? So now this part, we'll say it is sine 2x plus x. This, we'll say it is sine x, sorry, 2x. This one will say it is sine 2x minus x. Do you see that? Now, sorry. Now, for now, I don't want to touch this double angle because I don't know what it requires. So I'm going to leave it like this. Okay. So what do we have here? Here we have, be careful. We have sine. Okay, we have sine 2x cos x plus cos 2x sine x plus sine 2x cos x minus cos 2x sine x all over cos 2x plus 1. Okay, let's see. Cos 2x will be cancelling. So here we are left with 2 sine 2x cos x all over cos 2x plus 1. Isn't it? Now, pay attention. This is a double angle of cosine. This is a double angle of cosine. Okay, this is a double angle of cosine. So this double angle, I'm going to do it step by step, guys. It will be 2 sine x cos x multiplied by cos x. Now, what I am seeing, I'm seeing a lot of cosines, right? I'm seeing a lot of cosines. And this will be, I will have cos square. So I will need to simplify this to, it is 2 cos square x minus 1 and of course plus 1. Remember, double angle of cosine is 2x squared, 2 cos x squared minus 1. Alright? Sorry? Okay, so proceeding, what do we have? We have 4 sine square x cos x all over 2 cos what? All over 2 cos square x. Oh, by the way, let me kill this as well. My mistake is this, it wasn't in square. Okay? Right? As you can see now, the cos square x's are cancelling. Right? The cos square x's are cancelling. Now, when the cos square x's are cancelling, what are we left with? We are left with, and the 4 divided by 2 is 2. We are left with 2 sine x. Right? We are left with 2 sine x. So 5.4, this is it. We have simplified it to a single trigonometric ratio. Okay, so this is it. We are done. Now let's go. Now we are going to question 6. I like question 6. Trig functions are my favorite. Okay, so in the diagram, the graphs of f of x is 2 sine 2x. Sine 2x. This means its period is 180. But we will see. Meaning, in the domain 0 to 80, you must have one complete cycle. And I do see it. Do you see this? So in the domain 0 to 360, you'll have 2 complete cycles. Nice, huh? Right. And g of x is negative cos x plus 45. It means it has shifted to the left by 45 degrees, and I see it as well. They are drawn for the interval x is an element of 0 degrees to 180 degrees, all included. A has coordinates minus 105 degrees and negative 1, which lies, and it lies on F. Here is it. We do see it. Write down the period of F. The period of F, guys, is 180. Okay, it's 180. Remember, period. How many complete cycles do you have in the domain? So as you can see, from 0 to 180, you have one complete cycle, right? So that means your period with 0 to 360, you will have two complete cycles. The domain 0 to 360, you will have two complete cycles. Now, in this 0 to 360, when do you complete the first cycle? The first cycle is completed at 180 degrees. If you are not sure, you can say, oops, let me do this. Or you can say period is 360 degrees over B. What is B? B is 2. And indeed, this is 180 degrees. Okay, perfect. 6.2, let's see. Determine the range of G in the interval. The range of G, be careful, the range of G in the interval, what? In the interval 0 degrees to 180 degrees included. So, what is the lowest Y value here? What is the lowest Y value here? So this means you need to ask yourself a question, okay? What is negative cos 0 plus 45? I believe it's negative 0.707 what? Right, let's confirm. Negative cos 45. Yes, it is negative 0.71, right? So you can write this. Therefore, I will say our range. If you are wondering why I said 0, this is because this is the point. It is the lowest Y value of our G. Okay? It is at x equals 0. Okay? Now, to answer the question, we'll say this is Y is an element of, it touches that. So it's an element of negative 0.71 to this maximum value is positive 1. Positive 1, all included. With that being said, you have all your marks. Now 6.3, proceeding. 6.3, determine the values of x in the interval 0, x is an element of 0 degrees to 180 degrees, all included, for which, check this out, 6.3.1, f of x times g of x is greater than 0. What does that mean? Both must be positive or both must be negative. Are you guys following? Both must be positive or both must be negative. Okay, so when you look at it, look at from x equals 0 to 45. One is positive, the other is negative. We're not looking for that. Between 45 and 90, both are positive. Yes. So our answer is simply x is greater than 45 degrees but less than 90 degrees. That is our answer. And we are happy. Okay? That is our answer. Right. Perfect. 6.3.2, f of x plus 1. Now this one, let's look at it. F of x plus 1 must be less or equal to 0. What does it mean? It means f of x must be less than negative 1. So here is a question that you must ask yourself, guys. What is f of x? F of x is 2 sine 2x. Oh, hold on. Okay, there's no mistake. We are right. Ooh, almost stressed out. Okay. All right. Now, 6.3.2, f of x. Let's look at it. F of x is greater than, it's less than negative 1. I want you guys to look at this. Do you see what they did here? They gave you a value here. Okay. They gave you a value here. This value is 105. Right? Is 105. And I want you guys to hear me out. This value is 105. Okay? This value is 105. Okay, now it being 105, the value that you have here is 135. So I'm going to show you this. 105, all right, is the midpoint. Hear me out. 105 is not the midpoint, but the midpoint is 135. So this distance here, what is it? And we also need another one. This distance is 30, so we also need another 30. So it means the other point must be 160. Remember, I'm saying to you, when you look at that point A, when you look at that point A there, when you look at that point, A is here, all right? This other point, what is it? It's going to be 165. Okay? It's going to be 165. Okay? It's going to be 165. Now, agree with me, below this point, okay? Below this is what we are looking at. Now, this therefore implies that we must be saying here, x is greater or equal to 135 degrees, but less or equal to 165 degrees. If you are not sure, let me go to the next page and I will show you. Remember, we said f of x is 2 sine 2x. Now let's try this. F of 165 degrees. What is it? 2 sine 2 times 165. Please confirm. 2 sine 2 times 165. What did you get? You got -1, isn't it? You got -1, all right? So it means what we found is very correct, all right? It's very correct. So this is our answer. Happy? Perfect. All right, moving on. 6.5. Let's see 6.5. It says, 6.4. My. 6.4. It says, let's see now. Another graph P is defined as this. What is this? P of x is equal to negative f of x. All right? And then D with coordinates k and -1 lies on P. Determine the value of k. Okay? It's okay. First thing first, what is P of x? It is equal to negative f of x. What is f of x? F of x is -2 sine 2x. Right? That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. Now, we are looking for the value of this guy. So P of x is equal to this. If you like, you can say, okay, now we use point D, which has coordinates k and -1. It's fine, right? What do we find now? We say, okay, moving on. We will say we have where there's P of x or where there's y, we put -1, where there's x, we put k. So this is -2 sine 2k. Now, what is this? Half equals sine 2k. What does it mean? It means now 2k equals 30 degrees. Or let me not rush it. This is what it means, right? 2k equals 30 degrees. Therefore, it means k is 15 degrees. And we are good to go. We found the value of k. Do you guys see this now? This is how you attempt them. Okay? Proceeding. So, now let's see. 6.5. 6.5. Now, 6.5, it says, 6.5 says, graph H is obtained when G is translated for the H of x. So, H of x is translated when G is translated 45. When G is translated 45 degrees to the left, it will be plus 45 degrees. What is G of x? G of x was minus, G of x was minus cos x plus 45, remember, plus 45 degrees. Remember, where there's x on G of x, we put x plus 45. So what is this? This is minus cos 90 degrees plus x. Now, let's ask this question. Cosine in the 90 plus quadrant, which is the first quadrant, is it positive or negative? It is negative, right? By virtue of it being negative, let me just write it here. By virtue of it being negative, In fact, forget that it's by virtue of it. We said cosine 90 plus it's negative. Here is it. Now, because this is a 90, cosine has to change, so it will become sine. Okay, so this becomes sine x. Now, what is our answer? Our answer is simply negative times negative is sine x. Okay, it is sine x. So check this out, guys. The first question, question 5, was 31 marks. This one is 12 marks. So it means 43 marks. Oh, 40 minutes. We are still on track. Now, let's go to question 7. Let's see now. Question 7. So this means trigonometry in this paper was, what did we say? 31, 12, right? 31, 12 is 43. So it means here it is 50 marks, right? It is 50 marks. All right. Moving on. Question 7. Done. Question 7. So question 7, in the diagram, it must be done in 7 minutes. In the diagram, ST and K lie in the same horizontal plane. RS is a vertical tower. The angle of depression from R to K, angle of depression from R to K is beta. Angle TSK is alpha. TS is equal to P meters, and the area of triangle STK is Q square meters. Determine the length of 7.1. Determine the length of SK in terms of P. Where is it? SK in terms of P, Q, and A. So here, what we can do, we can use the area. They said area of triangle STK. What we know about area rule is half what? STK. Okay, I see it. STK, I saw it. Multiplied by ST. Okay, STK multiplied by ST times TK times sine angle TSK. Sine angle TSK. Okay. Sine angle TSK. Sine angle TSK. So what is the area of triangle STK? They said it is Q square meters. What is side ST? It is P multiplied by TK. We don't know what it is. Multiplied by sine alpha, isn't it? It is sine alpha, right? It is sine alpha. Therefore, we can say TK is 2Q over P sine alpha. Okay. TK is 2Q over P sine alpha. That is our answer. Okay. TK is 2Q over P sine alpha. Perfect. 7.2. Show that RS. Okay. We do see RS. Show that RS is equal to this guy. So what we need now is this. Something that you need to be aware of is this. Angle RKS. Angle RKS is equal to beta. Why? These are alternate angles. Okay, these are alternate angles. Okay, these are alternate angles. Now proceeding, we will say, using this triangle here, so in triangle RSK, we will say, okay, in triangle RSK, we will say, we have this angle here, a right angle K in this guy here, so it will be, we have this guy, and they say we must look for RS. We have this guy, and we have this guy as well. So we will use tangent. So it will be tan. Let me show you. I'm saying this is what we have. We have these sides. Okay. So we will say tan beta equals, what is opposite? Opposite is RS. And what is adjacent? Adjacent is SK. Right? Cool. So RS, as you can see, is SK tan beta. So what is this? What is SK? We said SK was 2Q, right? And of course, it's 2Q tan beta over P sine alpha. Okay, now we were able to prove this, right? Now we are good to go. 7.3, calculate the size of alpha if, oh, nice. Calculate the size of alpha. Interesting. Calculate the size of alpha if it is less than 90 degrees, meaning it's acute. And then RS is 70, P is 80, Q is 2,500 square meters, and beta is 42 degrees. That's fine. So what do? They said, so we're going to say RS is 2Q tan beta over P sine alpha, right? So this therefore means sine alpha is, maybe let me not do this. Let me just substitute. This is 70 to, what is Q? Q is 2,500, right? What is beta? It's 42 degrees. What is P? P, they said it's 80. So it's 80 sine alpha. Okay. So what we can do, we can say this is basically sine alpha equals 2,500 tan 42 degrees over 70 times 80, right? Over 70 times 80, right? So we're just going to simply give the answer. So it says shift. Okay, you're gonna say shift sign and put this in your calculator. Okay, this is 5,000 times tan 42 degrees over 70 times 80. What do we get? We got 53.51. Okay, 53.51. Or if you don't want to make mistakes, let me go to the next page. Sine alpha is equal to 0.8039321824. Then obviously alpha, then you know it is what? Sine inverse of 0.8039321824. Guys, you don't have to write all the values. Even if you write 5, you will still get the same answer. Okay, so what is this? 53.51 degrees. Okay, so now we are done with everything, my explanations and everything. Having started this to work on this maybe 2-3 minutes later, we were able to finish in less than 50 minutes. All right, we're able to finish in less than 50 minutes. Remember, guys, for your exam, 1 mark is 1 minute. All right, is 1 minute. 150 marks. 150 marks is 2 hours 30 minutes. Okay, so this means you have 30 minutes to check. This means you have 30 minutes to check your work. Of course, some questions you will do them way faster. Okay, some questions you will do them way faster. All right, so with this being said, I think we have done a lot in this section. So we're going to leave it here. And remember, guys, this is to prepare you for exams. We hope that this is very helpful and you ace that exams. So with that being said, remember to get in touch with us. www.ramtasolutions.co.za. Okay. On our website, you will find different links. You click on the icons that you will be seeing on our website. You will be directed to our social media platforms. You will be directed to our WhatsApp or an email. If you're looking for a tutor, you can WhatsApp us or you can send us an email. Okay? And probably you're watching this video on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and share the video. So, all the best, guys, and bye-bye.